right. Well, as I said in yesterday's talk, this is technically supposed to be a hamstring focus day, but I'm wanting to really hit a full leg day. It's because the equipment here feels really stinking good. I'm still going to play it safe and just play it on and warm up. Make sure that this does still feel good today. But I'm pretty freaking confident that it will. So I think when we used it last, this was all the way up. Or close to it. So alright. Man, whoever was using this last was allergic to range of motion. Must have been a high schooler. Oh, yeah, baby. Oof. 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 Yeah. Oof. Yeah. Oof. 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 Whew. You just cannot deny how freaking good this leg press is. Holy cow. Ooh. 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 Oof. 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 Oh yeah. Well, while I'm sitting here, me and you, we need to talk. Why was there 103 of you last night, and then there's like 71 of you again this morning? Stop playing with my feelings. It's mean, and I don't appreciate it. Jokes aside, I love all 71 of you. Oh, good start to a leg. Holy cow. Whew. Maybe not as heavy as last leg day, but whew. Good stuff. Alright, I don't know if this would be too heavy or too light, because I've never used this exact calf machine. But, it's time to train the most undertrained body part on most people. The PP, I mean the calves. Yeah. Me and Brandon were just talking about this, but this K-Phase machine gives you a lot of good control. It's a lot easier to control it and keep your tempo pretty good on it. And I couldn't tell you the exact science behind it, like how it's built, that it's causing that. Because let's be honest, so at Cuba I can do 2.5 to 3 plates depending on the day. That's 2 plates, right? So in theory I could go heavier, but I don't feel the need to. Like being able to control it this much, just like how good this machine feels, I would just use this weight, control it, get this really good stretch, really good pause at the top, and then once it starts to become ultra challenging, start spamming some big cheap reps that aren't quite as controlled. I know I'm talking to you and demonstrating, but I personally believe that calves respond better to high volume anyways. I've always done high volume 15 to 20 reps on calves, and I would say I don't have like the worst calves on the face of the planet. That being said, I've always had good calves because I was always heavy set. Like I said last time I hit calves on this channel, hold it at the top before you place it down on the rest. Phenomenal way to finish, just to get you a little extra time under tension even though you don't have any more to give. Yeah, buddy. You know, not to jinx it, but this is going to be one of the greatest leg days I've had in a long time, and probably one of the best videos for you guys to watch, because right now we got gym to ourselves, so it's a lot easier to talk to the camera and have your personality. There aren't other people in the gym watching you. Not that I really care anymore, like I talked about yesterday in yesterday's video, and there was like 6 other people in here. Okay. Couldn't get quite high enough and hold it. Ooh. Woo. Ooh. Actually, if I was a smart salesman, so I'm not a liar, but if I was a smart salesman, I wouldn't say, man, the leg equipment feels good here. I would say, the pre-workout from Harder Than Last Time is so ungodly good, it healed my knees. No, I'm not making that claim. Don't clip that. Someone's going to make a clip of that and be Harder Than Last Time supplement athlete-wise that pre-workout healed bum knees. To clarify, very much did not. My knees are very much like me, a bum. Yeehaw! I think the only bad thing about how much I can control it those first 2 reps is made it feel so heavy at the end. Ooh, Holy cow. All right. Time for what today was originally going to be all about. Some hamstring curls. Now, I don't want to jinx anything here. I have pretty high standards for this curl machine right now, given how great every other leg machine in here feels. So I'm going like moderately heavy, but not yet crazy, because I don't know how this thing feels yet. But there are high hopes for it for sure. I just accidentally paused my workout. Okay. Ooh. 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 Ooh, this thing feels great. Oh, yeah. One more of those. Ooh. All right. Let's hit this last set. Hamstring curls. And then we'll move on to the extensions, which is right nearby. So I just kind of wonder how this machine would feel for single leg. I feel like this machine wouldn't be great for single leg because of how far back you kind of got to lean on this to make it comfortable. Ooh. Now I'm curious. Ooh. For science. I lied, it feels great. Oh, God. I feel like if they had a seated version of this, was where I could see the hamstring curl, just because of everything else in here, leg wise. I think that'd be like the best seated hamstring I've been on. Like everything here, W and Q, I've never heard of them before coming here. Might be one of the best machines in the game. Holy cow. Oh, I'm like a little kid in a candy shop being able to hit legs the way I want to again. All right, everything actually is where I need it to be. Cool. Except for that weight. Somebody was full stacking. Somebody was hitting 250 on this baby. Oh, I was on my way to hitting that weight once, and then my knee said no. Oh, look at him being a good gym goer. I'm not sweaty. I don't come to the gym to sweat. Come here to hide from McDonald's and my feelings. Nope. I was gonna be brave and go a little heavier than I did last leg day, but the answer is no. Okay. It's like even today on a day where my knees are definitely worse than they were last leg day, and it probably has to do with the fact that I was able to go so heavy and so hard last leg day because of how good these machines felt. Like this knee is popping it pretty freaking bad right now on these. That this machine still feels so good that I can do it without like struggling still. So I will say it probably would be smart to lighten the load and do some like single legs sometimes for a little more therapeutic style of training. Oh, I know what I did different this time. I don't know why I tried to move the seat up. I want it back. Little secret with quad extensions, if you've never heard it, is you typically want your knees to be pretty well flush with the joint of the machine on an extension machine. One, you're getting way more the upper quad from the seat being further back anyways, but the knee joint and the joint of the machine being flush together at the same angle means that it's not as challenging on the knees because this is how the machine is meant to move, is right here. Oh, oh yeah. There you go, buddy. Come on. Let it go all the way back. There you go. Set.
Yeah, like if we had this gym, we had our own personal gym, like this.
Ooh. 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 Sorry, guess I wasn't mentally prepared for that. Okay. Got them legs shaking.
Shaking out, shaking out.
Man, the leg machines here feel so good. I can full stack the good girl. Woo! I can never full stack it. Let's go. All right. This is. Whew. Typically, I'm able to full stack doing, abductors where you open your legs. And I struggle with going heavy on adductor. But this machine, this feels phenomenal. Like I said earlier in the workout, WNQ, I don't think I've ever seen, maybe I've seen like one or two pieces of equipment from them at other gyms before in my life. But they're not a brand I've really heard of much before coming here. But that's like all they have is WNQ and Body Solid, which are both really good. And every machine in here is freaking tastic. It's exhausting closing your legs this day and age. Is that what women's excuses are? All right. Ooh. Oh. Look, I'm my ex. Now I'm not. Oof, 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 oof. The problem with modern dating in modern women is too many of you are using it in the abductor setting and opening your legs and not practicing closing your legs. I'm joking. Take a joke. All right. Last set of good girls or abductor, or sorry, adductor. And then we'll switch it to the abductor setting or the bed girl setting. But, ooh, for the outer thigh. Get some meat on these bones, baby. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Mm, 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 oof, oof, oof. Oh. All right. Oh. Oh. All right. That was almost bad. Ooh. 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 If only that got a hair closer, it'd be perfect. Like if it went like a hair more in, if that wasn't the end of it, and if the seat, honestly, if the seat it went back to here. Ooh. Ooh. Oh yeah. Ooh. Ooh. One more set, and then I think that is a leg day, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, ooh, feeling it. It's been a while since I've felt a leg day like this. Oh, such a nice change of pace to be able to have a good, hard, heavy leg days where I can push myself again. Now I just need to hop back on some BPC 157 and heal these suckers up a little bit. Man. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. That is a leg day. No cardio today. Because it's leg day. Go relax after this. Alright, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. That was a pretty dang good leg workout. It is hard for me not to be happy, not to be just a little psyched about a good leg day. For so long, like, most leg equipment bothers my knees. Most leg equipment I can't go heavy on anymore. Like, my knees truly do just freaking suck. And a big part of that is I need to take the time to start actually doing some therapeutic stuff with them. And, you know, I do intend on hopping on peptides for it to heal it up. But like, to be able, without changing anything, without doing any therapy, without hopping on BPC 157, without doing any of that yet, to be able to have a dang good leg workout where I felt like, even if I didn't go like crazy heavy, like, nothing I did today was like balls to the wall heavy compared to like what I used to do. There would have been a time that leg press would have had 5 or 6 plates aside. There would have been a time I would probably be able to pretty fairly closely full stack both that hamstring curl and that quad extension. And I think the proof's in the pudding that when it comes to machines like an ab and adductor, that I'm able to full stack because my legs are that strong. But it's my knees that kind of take it out of it in anything that's going to load them. Whether it be a press, an extension, a leg curl, anything like that, a squat. I considered hitting squats today, and this is actually how I know my knees aren't quite as good as they were last leg day. I didn't film it, but when me and Brandon were hitting our last leg day, the quad focus leg day, I had went over and hit just a few reps, no weight on, just body weight in the bar on the Smith machine at that gym. And it's the first time in forever that I was actually able to like break parallel and get low on a squat and stand back up without assistance in months. And I was like, man, this is exciting. Like, everything here feels so good that after hitting a full workout here, my legs and my knees are warmed up to the point that I can actually like, hit a squat again. And like, the Smith machine felt freaking fantastic. I was so excited. When I got there today, I was considering hitting squats today as part of the workout instead of the leg press. So I hit a few body weight squats on that Smith machine again, just testing out like, how the movement felt. And I could not get, like, I couldn't get too parallel because my knees were locking up and hurting. So I was like, oh, crap. I was like, so I guess my knees really did just feel pretty freaking good last week in combination with the machines at this gym. Just feels so stinking good. Like, I cannot fathom like, what it is about those machines, but they genuinely like, do not bother my knees. I mean, there's still a slight tinge of like a tweak of pain today compared to like last leg day. But yet, you know, even with the slight twinge of pain or discomfort, it's nothing like what it is when I hit legs like Cuba or Stilwell or Planet or Muscle Bar and Sullivan. Like, the machines just genuinely feel so good. All of the leg machines in there feel so freaking good. The only one I have a genuine complaint with, an issue with at all, is that ab and adductor machine. Because the seat at its furthest back is too close to actually use the machine. If you're using an abductor or ad or abductor machine, you're going to actually want to put the seat back and lay back slightly. And then I also think that in terms of the pad placement, there needs to be one or two more options to get it even closer, because I feel like I wasn't getting it deep enough, like a far enough motion during the abductor, opening your legs. So that is like the only issue I have. We've officially tried every piece of leg equipment in there: the calf raise, the sled, the traditional sled leg press, the plate loaded leg press, or sorry, not the plate loaded, the stack loaded leg press, the extension, curls, ab and ad, all of it. We've officially tried all of it, other than just doing like free weight squats at the squat rack or hitting squats on the Smith machine. Like obviously I tried it out, but we haven't actually put weight on and hit a set of squats. So who knows, maybe on a good day where I can hit squats on it for body weight, maybe once I load plates on it, I still can't comfortably hit squats. But that's why that really did play into us getting memberships, was the day we hit legs off of day passes at this gym, so last leg day. And that discovery that not only do they have a lot of leg machines in there, but they all felt good. Like none of them bothered my knees, and that has been a genuine issue for me, where I could kind of just do baseline, like not even moderately heavy weight, like pretty freaking light. And I just had to like rep out as many reps as I could comfortably do without irritating my knees, just to kind of maintain what muscle I had. And so I think that's a big reason why I feel like my quads have fallen behind, and I have felt the need to become more quad focused, and why I felt the need to start hitting the abductor machine more, to add size to the sides of my legs. Because I can't, I haven't been able to do heavy leg press. I haven't been able to do squats. I haven't been able to do heavy extensions, or really extensions at all. At least not in a challenging way. So even if I was going lighter, I couldn't get enough reps in to really challenge myself. So it felt so nice for the first time in so long to feel like that was a true leg day. I don't feel like I left anything behind, even though on the leg press I actually went wider than last week. I made it up to 4 plates last week. I believe I hit 2 sets with the 4 plates, and today I hit 2 sets of 3 plates. But like, my knees just weren't all there today, so 3 plates was all I had in me without getting injured. And yet, I don't feel like I left anything on the floor. Right? I don't think I left anything in the tank. I've let it all out there. And I have an insane leg pump right now in both hamstrings and quads. I can feel a bit of soreness in my glutes from hitting the ab and adductor. Yeah, pretty much every part of our legs got hit today, and that's the whole point, right? A full leg day, every part of your leg should be getting hit. On hamstrings, that's when I want to hit, obviously hams, and then some glutes, because let's be honest, any hamstring workout, you're going to trigger some glute activation anyways. So glutes kind of get rolled in with hamstrings, and then not every hamstring day I'm going to hit calves, but for the most part I want to hit calves every other leg workout, if not every leg workout. Just depends on my bid. And then quads, obviously, I'm going to hit quads. And that's all there is to it. So today should have been a hamstring focused leg workout, but I made the decision to do a full because everything just felt so freaking good last quad workout that I really wanted to hit some quads again. Like I was just so impressed with how good that quad focused leg day went, how good all those machines felt after like a year and a half, 2 years of struggling with those movements, and for sure struggling to be able to put any real weight on those movements. So like, I've said this on the channel before that leg day used to be my favorite day. Leg day genuinely used to be my favorite day because, as someone who was heavier set, legs was always my strongest body part, which meant all my heaviest lifts were leg movements. You know, I came in and I struggled with like the 40-pound dumbbells for bench press. I came in and I could hardly curl like the 15 or the 20-pound dumbbells. I came in and I could hardly do like 60 pounds on a straight bar pushdown. Like, I was not very strong despite being a bigger guy. There's always this, I mean, there is truth behind this. Mass moves mass, right? Obviously, if you have some weight to you, you're gonna be able to move some weight. That being said, you have to have muscle. And I didn't have any. I was not very physically active. I did not weight train at all. I didn't do anything to really build muscle outside of during the summer. I helped throw square bells, but that was only like one weekend out of the entire summer because my dad made round bales, and he only made square bells for certain people who wanted them, or if he decided he wanted some to sell during the winter. But for the most part, we were always made round bales. So, but that was like the most physical, like, strength required activity I did growing up. So like, the only thing I ever had that was strong was my legs, because they were carrying around 400 pounds every day. I mean, think about that. If you're like say you weigh 150 pounds, imagine walking around with a 150-pound barbell squat on your back all day. You don't get to drop it off anywhere. You know, that is on your back all day, putting pressure on your calves, knees, quads, hamstrings, abductors, you know, all these things, right? And so like, the only thing I've really had that's always been fairly strong is my legs, is my calves, and is my abs, right? Like, I can go heavy on an ab machine because my body had to hold up a 300-pound mass, right? You know, your abductors and your abdomen, they are what is holding your body up, what is stabilizing it. And so those are the only things I ever had when I started the gym that were strong and were heavy lifts. It's like hitting abs and hitting legs were my favorite when I started, because I felt like I belonged on those days. Because now I'm pushing weights with the big boys. I'm, putting 10 plates on the leg press or more. And I'm seeing guys who've been going to the gym for years who can't even do that much. I was squatting 315 for sets of 10 to 12. When I see some people who've been going to the gym for years, that 315 might be their max. So I felt so good, but that's also an issue I ran into, is I felt so good, and I loved it so much that I didn't really put a what's it called? I didn't put a governor on it. I didn't put something to suppress. I did not regulate it probably the best I could have. I should, just because you can move that weight doesn't mean you should. And especially back then, I didn't split up legs the way I do now. When I started, it was legs, full legs, every time. There was no designated hamstring day. There was no designated quad day. There was no designated full day. It was every day. It was the same leg workout every time. Come in, load up a crap 10, 12 freaking plates on the leg press. Hit some heavy leg press. Get off of it. Go hit some hamstring curls. Hit the quad extensions. Hit the calf raise. Finish with some squats. That was every leg day. The only thing that might change is I might do it in reverse, where I start on squats and end on leg press. And that's how I trained legs for years. And I fully believe that's why I have the knee issues I do have, at least to some extent, because there was no like break ever for like these heavy presses, or for like front loading my knees on like quad extensions. Like my knees never got a break. Not that your knees necessarily get a break while doing hamstring curls, but it's a different way of loading them. It's a different way of putting stress on them. Obviously, one puts stress directly on the front of your knees, while one puts the stress directly in the back of your knee. So every leg day, I'm putting hundreds, if not thousands, of pounds of stress on the front of my knees by the time you get done with the workout and your total load moved, right? And then, actually, I don't know why I'm in this way, and I need to get some gas. But I would pretty much put thousands of pounds on my knees and pressure on all these front-loaded movements, and then go and literally only hit lying hamstring curls for my hamstrings. So what? The back of my knee got 90 to 110 pounds times 4 sets of 10 to 12. So, maybe a few hundred pounds of force if you add like the entire lift up onto the back, compared to probably several thousand pounds of force put on the front of my knees. And now they suck. Now, part of that does have to do, like I've gotten x-rays. I've been told that I stretch out the ligaments in my knees. Like, they do genuinely suck. They got stretched out. I kind of screwed them up. The doctor said, yeah, you've stretched out the ligaments, but you've never had a tear. So, like, the ligaments in the back of my knees suck. But I do think a big part of it plays into just how I used to train legs, which was not very smart at all. But point being, it's great to be able to train them this way again. And hopefully, by being smart and doing quad, ham, full, ham, having those days in between where I'm not front loading my knees, that good counterbalance, that's the word I was looking for earlier, but counterbalancing it and kind of being equal with how I stress my legs and how I stress my knees, should be able to hopefully keep the momentum going on leg days where I can continue to push heavy at this new gym, because the leg equipment feels so good that I can actually use it. That being said, I don't want to stay at this pump all day and block someone else from getting gas. It was a great workout. Tomorrow, I believe we're going to try to hit back at Cuba. So I'll see you guys then for your back day.